been doing HVAC for about 8 years. I started doing install and eventually moved to residential service.
My name is Miguel. I'm a service technician with Midwest Heating and Cooling. Well, beforehand, I was a mechanic and I really liked the job, helping people out, but it didn't feel as personable as I wanted it to be. And now being an HVAC and being a residential technician, I get to be face-to-face with a lot of people and pretty much be kind of the face of the company. And I just like the interactions a lot more.
How can you tell if an HVAC system hasn't received routine maintenance?
When it comes to the outside unit for an AC, a lot of times, you'll see a very dirty coil, a lot of bugs and spider webs inside of the electrical compartment, rusty capacitors, rusty fan motors, things that probably should have been changed out in the past that just haven't gotten looked at. Dirty filters on the inside, flame sensors. A lot of things are, 7 to 10-year parts that once they, sit in the flame for a couple years, you can see a lot of wear and tear on them. So I would say there's some pretty obvious signs when you're looking at a unit.
Some pretty obvious ones are like the outdoor unit being covered in pollen and pet hair and all this stuff, maybe some grass clippings. Inside you got dirty filters. If any dust has made it past the filters, you could have some water leaking in the basement from the coils freezing up, things like that. Really, anything with the AC could go wrong if you don't keep up with it.
Does getting an annual tune-up really increase the lifespan of an HVAC system?
Proper maintenance can definitely increase the lifespan of a system. Like I was saying before, with cleaning the coil, just making sure that that fan is running at its most efficient pace and not working too hard. And that's something that we would never expect one of our clients to do. There's a lot that goes into taking apart the unit, electrical stuff that you don't want to really mess with, and very understandably, because 240 volts is something scary to have to worry about.
I really believe it does because, like I said, if you keep that outdoor coil clean, it helps keep the rest of the system operating the way that it should. So all those electrical components stay in good condition. Plus, you got the annual checkup to, if it is going to go bad, then we can let you know about it ahead of time.
Why is it important for homeowners to schedule professional services for their HVAC systems?
As a homeowner myself, I realize the amount of other maintenances and problems that you have around your house that you're constantly taking care of. So forgetting to change your filter in your furnace, whether every 3 months or 6, 9, whatever it is, depending on animals and stuff that you have in the house. These things are easily forgotten. So having somebody come around twice a year to look at your AC, look at your furnace, and make sure everything is going to be running safely once it's needed is very important, and definitely overlooked just due to other issues that seem more important. We kind of take our AC and our furnace for granted after a while.
I believe it's because, most homeowners don't even think about it. It's a thermostat on the wall and that's all you think of. You push a button and the magic cool air comes out. But little do they know, there's a lot going on behind closed doors that you just don't see. And that's why we're here, is to help take care of those issues.
How can homeowners help maintain their heating and cooling systems?
Ways that you can help maintain your system. There's a lot of accessories you can put on it. If you have room for a UV light, that'll keep bacteria and whatnot out of your AC coil that's inside. Dark, cold place, that stuff likes to grow. Other than that, just maintaining the filter, surge protection, making sure that, if there's any power surges, brownouts, things like this, they're covered.
One thing is there's a lot of add-ons that you can get with your system that just help overall improve the system, just like UV lights, humidifiers, bigger filters, ionizers. There's just all types of accessories that can overall improve the system a lot more.
Do you have any stories or memories that stand out from maintenance jobs you've completed?
Just the other day I had a experience. I have an apprentice with me, so he got to experience it for the first time, but we found a mouse fried in a electrical compartment of an AC. It was sitting on top of the capacitor. A lot of animals like to try to move in during the winter because they find that to be a warmer place with the electrical still kind of going in there. And a lot of people like to cover their whole AC throughout the winter, so animals find that as shelter. But yeah, finding dead animals inside of even blower compartments down in basements, those are things that we see that will kind of always stick with us, and things that we want to talk to the client about to make sure that they can do things to kind of control that problem in their own home.
Well, there was this one time, we were there for a tune-up call, pulled out the filter, noticed that it was pretty dirty, and when we replaced it, didn't take care of the issue. And well, what we found was a lot of it was making it past the filter and eventually clogged up their AC coil with about a pad of hair this thick. So some pretty nasty stuff going on there.
Any other advice or tips to offer?
I would tell most people in Wisconsin that we have as much importance on a furnace as we do an AC. We hit all seasons and we hit them hard. So making sure that, we look at a furnace like a need. We need to keep warmth. We look at an AC like a want. We obviously want to have comfort in our homes. So making sure that both of those things are up to date, not gonna fail. You get out in front of, making sure that the small things all will work when that first cold or that first heat hits. You wanna make sure, you're out in front of those things, so that first day when it hits 90, you're not, calling everybody, and everybody's super busy that first weekend. It's always the same. And if you're out in front of it, you can see the neighbor's got a Midwest heating truck at their house, and you're sitting back like, thank God I got that tune-up.
So when we show up to do a tune-up, typically we do take a good look at the system, get a good look at the either refrigeration levels, electronic components, how the heat exchanger looks, things like that. It isn't just a machine in your basement that gives you cold air. It's just like your car, you got to take care of it if you want it to last as long as you wish it could.